Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Sunday Afternoon Rotor Talk Live. How is everyone on this Sunday afternoon? It is unbelievably hot here in Tampa. It was like 96, 97 yesterday. Just inside kind of weather. That's all I can say. It's just definitely inside kind of weather. I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping. Hope everybody has had a great Sunday. I have so far. I was very much looking forward to today's broadcast. Got a lot to talk about, and it's mostly going to be, we're going to dedicate this to the JB Drones and Lawn. What's up, guys? Welcome, 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 welcome. Greg Hart, Greg's in the house. All right, let's get this pop out the chat here. All right. Yeah, we are getting all set for our trip. We have not, Valerie and I haven't taken a trip in over here. Cardasso, welcome. Travel with AP, welcome. Valerie and I haven't taken a trip for a while. Exactly, it was almost a year ago. My daughter got married in September last year, so that was our last time we went anywhere. Iron Elephant, welcome this afternoon. Yellow Lab, welcome. Glad everybody could be here. Dwayne, welcome. Ryan, welcome today. We're going to just kind of chill out here. Samuel, always a pleasure. Thank you for joining. Back from the sky. Good afternoon. Harry, welcome. How you doing, my friend? Awesome, awesome, awesome. We are very much looking forward to our trip. Looks like temps are going to be in the 80s up in the Big Apple, which is fantastic. Oh, absolutely. Going up north to chill out. I love that. Absolutely love that. Richard, welcome this afternoon. Drone Shots, welcome. Lon, you're not seeing the chat. I don't know why. I got it. No problem here. No problem. Ron, welcome. Robert from Malta, welcome. All right. I hope everybody saw. We'll just do a little bit, miniature bit reset. Yeah, you might have to, Ron. Or Lon, I'm sorry. The last video I did, yeah, restart the YouTube app. Yeah, did with Ron Lockwood, great subscriber of mine. He's a paramedic in South Dakota and is on a flight service paramedic. So those guys do yeoman's work. And he got the Evo, and that footage from North and South Dakota that he gave to us is awesome, absolutely awesome. I just don't have any other words for it. Cardasso, thank you, my friend, appreciate that. It was a pleasure being able to do things like that. So, Ron, kudos to you for that great film. So how many Mavic 2s am I buying, Steve? Yeah, my pocketbook says one. My heart says as many as I can fit in my bag on the way home. No, they probably won't be available there, but I would like to buy both models, but I'm probably going to be going with the Pro. And I think that's a good question to start out with. Rick Halber, welcome. Thanks for joining. You know, we know the differences now between the Pro and the Zoom, and I actually saw, and there is a drone store in New York State, and I forget the name of it. Somebody had sent that to me today. Yeah, Ron, that footage was amazing. You're right, Greg Hart, it really was. Somebody had sent a link to me to be able to, they just had prices for the Mavic 2 Zoom and the Mavic 2 Pro. Mavic 2 Zoom was $200 more than the Mavic 2 Pro. Thomas, welcome from Sweden. Thank you for joining today. So I don't know yeah, Ryan, that's an understatement. That is a definite understatement here. Brooklyn Drones. Well, I heard Brooklyn Drones no longer back from the sky. I heard that they closed up shop. PC. Oh, Rick, you're on the phone today. Okay. Russell, welcome from the UK. Yeah, the Zoom was more, Cardasso. That's what I saw. And if I can find that link, I'll post it in the description after we're done today. But yeah, they said that the Zoom was $1,400 and that the Pro was $1,200. Well, Travel with AP, that's their guesstimate. Ian, welcome. Yes, a good number of us will be $1,500 pounds Later next weekend. You got that right. Absolutely. Oh, and just to let you guys know, I was able to successfully, I did sell my Mavic Pro. That was parting is such sweet sorrow, as Shakespeare would say. Yeah, Curtasso, yeah, I agree. I thought that the Pro would be more because of the larger sensor, but the price that they're saying is $1,400 for the zoom. I can't figure that out. I do not know. Yeah, I didn't expect that either. Now, this is from this website. They may be wrong. They may just be having an educated guess. Yeah, Brian, I might wait for the Mavic Pro's price to drop after the 2 comes out. Yeah, yeah. Wow, I don't know. Lon on a 75-inch. I like that. I've actually done that on I have a 70-inch. I've actually done that before. And I scare the daylights out of my wife when she sees that. That's for sure. Zoom is mechanically more complex. You know, Bill, you might be right on that score. Yeah, there's everybody's thinking that the 1-inch sensor is going to cost more, but you may be right on that score. It may be more mechanically complex because it does have that zoom. Steve Carpenter, welcome. It's afternoon here in sunny Florida, very, very sunny Florida. So yeah, we're going to have a great time. Tentatively, we're planning. Here's what our plans are. Well, Tuesday night, there's going to be no Rotor Talk Live. Yeah, it's only a 2x optical. Yes, it is, Ryan. Thank you, Haggy from Hanoi. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. Yeah, there's no Tuesday night Rotor Talk Live, and what I'm going to do, planning on doing. Tom, welcome. That is, if you're right, it really is. What I'm planning on doing is Wednesday night. Tyrone, welcome from Australia. Can I post a link on the chat? I don't have that. It's in one of my emails, and I've got my other browser closed. So I will definitely get that in there. Yeah, I'm surprised. It could be. I don't know. I'd have to dig through my emails. I don't know exactly which one it's in. Hang on a second here. Let me see if I can find that on my phone. So bear with me here for a second. One of my subscribers sent it to me. So let's see if I can find that here. I know I got it here somewhere. Vertigo Drones, okay, is the name of the place, and I can go ahead and type that in here. It's called Vertigo Drones, so you may want to go check them out. Richard, welcome. Yeah, but thank you, Steve. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's called Vertigo Drones, and I will post links that I do have as soon as I'm done with the broadcast. It says on the website it's just an estimated price. Adam, you're right. It is. It's just an estimated price, but it was kind of shocking to see that the Zoom was more than a Pro. I don't know. Mavic 2s are going to sell out real quick. Yeah, I am, Ryan. I'm hopeful. I've heard you're able to order them at the event, I think. So they may have kiosks set up for us to be able to do something like that. So, my checkbook's my bank account's ready to be depleted on Thursday. I'll tell you that. That's for sure. Ron, I'm doing pretty good, Ron. I figured out what I have going on. It's called the xiphoid process, and I think it's been poking me down there, and that's at the bottom of the sternum. So I have an doctor's appointment on the 30th. So Ron, thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Kudos to you. So yeah, our plan is Wednesday afternoon. My beautiful wife and I we're going to get checked in. We're going to take a shuttle from the airport, LaGuardia, over to where we're staying and get our bags settled, and then maybe go out, do a little bit of sightseeing. Got a place scoped out for lunch, got one scoped out for dinner, and then of course Thursday's the event. But Wednesday night from the hotel room, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a mini live stream. It won't be much, just to kind of give you guys an update on how things are. Yeah, Ron, I'm pretty sure that's what's wrong, but I appreciate that. Appreciate you checking in on that. Yeah, I am feeling better. I as long as I maintain good posture, Ron, I'm doing okay. So that's kind of forcing me to do that, and I am losing weight. So digressing here. Sorry, guys, you don't want to hear that, but I'm doing better. Okay. So that's what the plan is for Wednesday. The doors open to the event on Thursday at 9 a.m. The event starts at 10. So we're planning on trying to be there probably about 8:30, 8:45. And where our hotel is and where the event is, it's not too far. It's probably less than 10, 15 minutes, but we're probably going to use Uber to do a lot of our sightseeing and transportation. I know they're kind of restricting the number of Uber drivers in New York City. I don't think so much in the boroughs, but in New York City. So Ryan, what's the difference between the Zoom and the Pro? The Pro is going to have a 1-inch sensor. The Zoom is going to have a 2x 24 to 48 millimeter optical zoom. Does anybody want the enterprise version, Cliff? That's a good question. And it wasn't advertised in the Argos catalog. And my belief with that's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up, Cliff. My high suspicion with that is that's only going to be available to customers such as, say, first responders, utility companies, and so forth. I don't think that's going to be available to the general public as far as being able to purchase a Mavic 2 Enterprise Edition, because I think of those modifications. Now, those modifications look cool. I mean, that one looked like a strobe light. The other one looked like a speaker that could be used in search and rescue work. So I hope it comes with a built-in screen. Any predictions about the remote control? Yeah, you're right. Haggai, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. I'm awful sorry about that. Yes, I do believe that, that was one of the things that I hope didn't change too much from the original. And one of the things that I'm thinking is they may go to instead of a monochrome type of display, a color one, and they may raise the nits up in it, which is, the higher the nit, the better it is to be able to see in the sun, and make it, a little more user friendly. I mean, it's fantastic the way it is, but I think that that's one of the things I think they're going to do that they haven't really talked about. Now, one of the things that I can tell you, Haggai, which is great, tired of connecting a phone, tablet, and all the problems. Yeah, it's a good thing, but I don't think there's going to be any substitute for having the tablet / phone, because you do need the app. And I don't think, and from what I hear, so one of my subscribers sent to me that actually you guys have a Mav mount. Are you familiar with them? I have one. It's in the other room. I'm sorry, I don't have it with me. But from what somebody heard, that Mav mount has on their website, that it will fit in the new controller in the Mavic 2. So it's going to be the same size, as far as being able to take it apart and fit the controller up in, or fit the mount up in there between the handles on the controller. I think that's incredible. Absolutely, positively incredible. A sunlight readable display monochrome. Yeah, Bill. I think so. The monochrome, the one they have now is great, and it is good. I'm just thinking a little bit more color and higher nits, I think, would be great. Thank you. Yeah, Ian, you're right. The Enterprise, I don't think we're going to see a lot of that. So that's what I'm thinking here. From all the Evo videos I've seen, their color display looks beautiful. Hope the Mavic 2 remote is similar. See, I kind of think so. I don't know if now one of the things, if you guys probably saw, I had an opportunity with, and if you watched my second part of my two-parter with Rick Smith, I had an opportunity to fly his Evo, and he showed me there's a button that switches the display from your first-person view back to your telemetry data, and back and forth, and that's real nice. And it was not, and I got to admit that it was nice to be able to not have to fly it with the phone, with their app, and still have pretty much full functionality of that. So, if DJI's done something like that, kudos to them. I'm in with with my wallet. You know, there's no question there. Absolutely. Evo's only 300 nit. Thank you, Lon, for that stat. That's a real good thing. I mean, you know, looking at the nits on the Crystal Sky monitors, that's insane. Chris, welcome. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. So, you know, I don't know what they're going to do. I do know that it's going to be the same size. I mean, Mad Mount is saying it's going to be the same size, which really thrills me because that's one of the things that I didn't sell was the Mad Mount. It was actually, Mad Mount's actually kind of expensive. Do you think the camera design could have delayed the event from the 18th to the 23rd? The leaked design doesn't look friendly with filters. Do you think we'll see a new gimbal camera design during launch? Travel with AP? That's a great question. You know, yes, I do think it could have. I do think what I'm thinking is part of the problem could have been, and this was one of my speculations. Everybody, speculation alert. Bill's going to speculate here. Now, what I'm going to speculate about is the number of Sony has to produce sensors not just for DJI, but their #1 customers, Apple. They're probably their #2 customer is Samsung, and so forth. So they may have been down. DJI may have been down on the list. Okay. Yeah, it does not look friendly with filters, and the reason for that, it may be DJI may have proprietary filters and may be able to, you know, corner the market on being able to sell. And, you know, kudos, you know, in a way, kudos to them for that because, you know, once again, you know, their marketing, their strategy with that is absolutely fantastic. I think that's a good idea. But on the other hand, you know, prices are going to be, you know, you got to pay whatever DJI has. So I think it's going to have proprietary filters, travel with AP. That's my thing. One of the Phantom 4 Plus 2 remote works with the new Mavic Clip. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, Harry, you're right. That's a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. At launch, if you guys are getting the Mavic 2, one of the things you need to put in your cart and make sure, you know, put in a couple extra batteries if you can afford them, because those things are going to disappear. And if you need to get anything else, like maybe another charging brick or, you know, other things that are other essentials, definitely do that. Harry, thank you for bringing that up. That's important because, you know, I know at launch with the Evo, and I've heard also with the Anafi, is, you know, batteries were hard to find, extra batteries. Only now Evo customers or people who have had that, I've heard, are the ones who have been able to get that. So, you know, I think that's important. I think you do need to go ahead and do that as far as that's concerned. Yes, Ryan, I do. It will use OcuSync, yes, and I think it's going to use the OcuSync 2.0 that they premiered with the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0. I think that's fantastic. I think that's a fantastic thing. I'm sorry, I'm trying to block the sun from coming in. I need the light back there, but I don't want the sun to block you guys out. Eric's very strange lack of leaked info and pictures about the controller. The camera has so much info flying around. See what I did there, but nothing on the controller. Yeah. Yeah, Eric, I agree. You know, there has been almost zero out there. And I believe, you know, a lot of the leaks, a lot of what we see, definitely, you know, that DJI controls what we see out there. And I mean, we saw a lot of this. I'll go back to the Spark. We saw a lot of the Spark before it came out. We saw the pictures with the ruler up and down the sides. We saw the pictures with actually looking at electronic components inside the Spark. And this was before it was released. I mean, before the official release. And one of the things with the Spark, you know, and we also got to see the Mavic Air too. Now, one of the things that with both the Mavic Air, with both the Mavic Air and also with the Spark, the FCC grant IDs weren't actually out until the day of the release. So, I mean, you know, that's one of the things too. And a lot of those things, a lot of those pictures go out and are part of that FCC grant ID. I've done a real deep dive on that stuff. So, Harry, thank you. I appreciate that. Does anybody buy a drone just for the fun of flying? The specs are good, but just plain flying. Back from the sky, you're right. You know, that's part of the enjoyment of this for me. I mean, I'm not always out to get a video. I mean, if there's a great sunset behind my house, I want to get it up and get maybe some stills or get a nice video. But there's just sometimes I just want to go out and fly just for the sake of doing it. You know, it's a clear day. You know, there's no aircraft in the vicinity. Let's just go. I just want to go up and get my drone up in the air and fly just for the sake of flying. That's a great point back from the sky. Thank you. I think the Mavic 2 will be more like the Pro with the Air in terms of size and range. Ryan, I think, I think as far as the size is concerned, I think it's going to be very close and very similar to the current Mavic Pro. I think it's going to be the fuselage. I think it's going to be taller, and I think it's going to be maybe even a little bit more narrow than the current Mavic Pro. The folding is going to be the same. I think the arms, the rear arms are going to go in like this. It did look like the gimbal assembly sat up a little higher, which kudos to DJI. I think that's one of the things that everybody wanted to see, was that gimbal assembly would sit up higher on the Mavic 2 than on the Mavic Pro, because that was, again, everybody knows the Achilles heel obviously on the Mavic Pro. That gimbal's an Achilles heel. I mean, where it's situated, and if you've crashed your Mavic Pro, you're all too well aware how fragile that gimbal assembly is. So, and that's one of the things I'm hoping for. And it looks like from the pictures, it looks like that gimbal assembly is beefed up. So yeah, a removable camera, David Williams. That's a good question. And a lot of people have surmised. Ron Lockwood, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, you have a good trip to Alaska as well, and I definitely send me some video from Alaska, my friend. Your video from your home state is fantastic. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. The video that we saw for the trailer, one of my subscribers had mentioned, that inside the concert hall. Now that you're not going to have a drone inside the concert hall, so they're surmising that there's a removable gimbal / camera assembly for that. So who knows? I mean, it could very well be. I mean, when we saw that very first leaked picture of the Mavic 2, with what people thought were iJustine's fingernails in it, it looked like that it had that removable gimbal assembly in there. Who knows? That could be one of the surprises that we have at the event on Thursday. And that's one of the other things. As far as things are going, DJI will always have some type of a surprise at their events. Something that you didn't expect with this drone. I remember when the Spark came out, people had no idea about the different, like the drone shot features and the hand gestures and being able to do that with your hands. And the Mavic Air with the A-Pass, people had no idea about that, and the 3D image sensing, being able to go around objects, which I actually tested. And that is one of I think that's going to be one of the things I'm really going to look forward to, is the A-Pass on the new Mavic 2, either on the Zoom or on the Pro. That's going to be on both. Do I think DJI goggles could come out too? I think Steve Carpenter, thank you so much. We're definitely going to need that. Trust me. Another thing I wanted to share with you guys. We got to be at the airport probably about 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m. Our flight's at 6 on Wednesday. Yikes. That's all I got to say. There's another reason why there's no Tuesday Night Rotor Talk Live. No way. Yeah, they'll probably come out with goggles. I'm not sure when. I don't think that's. I think you'll probably see that probably late third or early fourth quarter as far as that's concerned. Program time-lapse patterns could be, Cliff. I don't know. Yeah, there will be a live feed from the event. Just thank you, Jim. And it usually starts anywhere from 30 minutes to 15 minutes before the event. So make sure you're on live.dji.com. Which it'll bring that up. There won't be any problems with that as far as that's concerned. Yeah, I don't believe so. I'm pretty sure it'll come out with Enterprise and P5 or M series commercial drones. Yeah. Would love some lightweight goggles version 2. Yeah, that is a pretty heavy deal. And for me, goggles aren't important for me. Excuse me. I know a lot of people are really like, this on the goggle kind of thing. And for me, you know, I'm like, I'm one of these people. I don't know if I want to call myself a purist at heart or maybe a safety freak or what. I don't know. But I'm the kind of person, I need to see the drone. I'm sorry. You know I'd have an observer there or a spotter, and I know Ken Herron loves his goggles, you know, and I've seen Kelly Shores from Ready Set Drone on his goggles. Man. I don't know. I don't know. That's just one of those things. I mean, really. Everybody start calling in sick from your jobs to get a head start. Harry, I like that. I'm Indra. I'm doing well. Like the Autel also can use regular VR goggles for FPV. I assume you're talking about Autel. I don't know. I can't answer. I can't answer that if you're asking about Autel. I'm working from home on Thursday. Yeah, these are my last 3 vacation days of the year I'm taking here, and it's not even September yet. So I got to go. Well, September I'm going to have Labor Day, and then November I'm going to have Thanksgiving, and December obviously Christmas. So have my holidays, but that's it. I'm done. I'm done with vacation days after these 3 are done here. So, but yeah, that's gonna exhaust that. I have my calendar blocked for 3 hours. Yeah, see, that's a nice, you know, that's also, you know, a nice thing for me too, is I'm off. So, you know, obviously going to be there, but I was going to be off that day anyway, because it's such a big day, and it's such a big day for us as far as that's concerned. And one of the things I want to try to do when I'm at the Bill, you just need to spend more time flying. You'll get used to. Yeah, Mel, I don't know. You know, I got to take baby steps with the goggles. That's for sure. I'm just, you know, I know a lot of people can suffer easily. I talked to Janelle from Florida Drone Supply, and she says she suffers from vertigo, or could suffer from vertigo, and that would just not be good. And anybody who is in at least a little bit, you know, spatially oriented, that may be hard. But that's a good point, Mel. You know, I would start off with baby steps with that. That's for sure. As far as that, supply will beat demand. Ron, yeah, that's a great question, and I think that's part of the reason. That's the big reason why the event was delayed. That's why there was such a big delay between the 18th and the 23rd. Was they wanted to ramp up to make sure that there was enough units to be able to meet demand. They had that big problem back in 2016 when the Mavic Pro came out, and they don't want to repeat that. I mean, I can tell you that right now. And I do know, you know, DJI, I don't know if they've contracted or built distribution centers. I know there's one in New Jersey. I know there's also another one in Atlanta, because that tends to be, if I order anything from DJI, it ends up coming from Atlanta as the return address on it with FedEx. So I think they've increased their number of distribution centers, and also think it's going to be coming out faster. I think they've ramped up. They knew how popular the Mavic Pro was, and I think this is just going to be as or even more popular. One of the things, what's the difference from DJI Care Refresh from DJI Care Refresh Plus? Which one would be new Mavic Pros? Plus, I'm not sure, Harry. You know, the DJI Care Refresh is what I got for the Mavic Pro, and I know that lasts for a year. Care Refresh, it's an extension. Yeah, thank you, Lon. The plus, Harry, is after you've had it for a year, you can go ahead and renew it. DJI allowed you to do that, which is a new thing. It used to be you only were able to get it for a year and then you were done. That was it. Now you can get it for a second year. Lon, thank you for that. Appreciate that. You money ahead with a State Farm policy instead of DJI Care. You know what? DJI Care is always good. I think that's good too. And I always think it's good to have multiple forms of insurance. That's just who I am as far as that's concerned. You know, that doesn't hurt. One of the things that Valerie and I are planning on doing when we're there is, you know, obviously, you know, I want to try to get you guys like a first look and a first hands-on live stream out of there. Current Care Plus not available in the UK. Thank you, Bill. One of the things that I want to get, you know, kind of you guys a first live look at the product when after it's announced and usually the actual event probably lasts a little more than an hour and 15 minutes to top it out, just to kind of let you guys know as far as that's concerned. So as far as that's concerned, you know, we're going to, you know, yeah, it may only be like a 2 or a 3 minute kind of a deal, but I want to get it out there so you guys can actually see it. I want to be able to hold it in front of the camera. You know, obviously Valerie's going to be shooting me while I do this, to give you guys a look at it and the first kind of hands-on with it. One of the other things that I also want to do too is I want to talk to other drone reviewers there. Obviously, you know, I want to meet people like, you know, Kelly from Ready Set Drone, you know, Ken Herron, if he's there, obviously Billy Kyle, Ken Original Dobo, you know, obviously I've met Rick Smith already, you know, and see some of the other ones there and talk to some of the DJI folks as well. I think that's important. I think that's incredible. Anyone have idea on getting a live stream to work? Just keeps buffering all the time, only on live stream. Rick, I would definitely, if you try it on Chrome instead of another browser. Chrome always seems to work better as far as YouTube is concerned. Just a heads up for you, Rick. I'm not sure. Travel AP, you probably send out email invites to certain people to keep the hype going. I don't know about that. You know, I don't know who all got invites, but I know, you know, got ours. We're all set as far as that's concerned. So yeah, the event starts at 10 a.m. We're going to try to be there about 8:30 to 8:45, and doors open at 9. And I think a good one of the parts of it is I want to go around and talk to as many people as I can, not only other drone reviewers, but, you know, other people out there. I want to be able to talk to Hey Kestelou from Drone DJ. He has a, you know, he runs a great that's a great web page, and also, you know, I follow him mostly on Twitter. I did get an email from Sally French. She's not going to be there. She's over in Asia right now, and I don't know if she's going to be covering the event over in China or not. But it would have been nice to have been able to meet her there, and, you know, just be able to talk to some other people and to get some reactions from them. And I'm going to be doing a lot of filming, and I'm going to be putting together several clips after this. We're planning on coming back early on Friday. We'll probably be back in the Tampa area, you know, midday, and probably maybe Friday evening, once we get settled in. I may get a clip out to you. Also going to be planning on doing a little bit of a vlog. Does anyone think they'll reveal drone ID at the event? Well, I don't know. That's a good question. That I don't know. I would play hooky and drive the hour and a half to New York City to have coffee with you and your wife. Figure you're going to be busy enough. Eric, yeah, it would be nice. You know, I'd love to be able to meet a lot of you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are probably not or within a good shooting distance of New York City. That's going to be fantastic. But that's our plans for the day. You're in Queens. Oh wow, back from the sky. That's fantastic. You'll be watching from, yeah, Ron. You'll be sitting out there having a beverage of your choice, watching the event. That's going to be good. You know, and here's the other thing. You know, how many of you guys read the Instagram announcement and said that this will be DJI's biggest announcement of the year? I mean, you know, what do you think? Do you think they're done this year? I'm going to pose this question. Travel with AP, I'll answer your question in a second here. We'll talk about that. Do you think that they're going to come out with a Phantom 5 this year or not? What do you guys think? I mean, do you think there's going to be any more releases, or is DJI done for the year? I mean, I don't know. You know, they're calling it their biggest announcement of the year, but yeah, Phantom 5. You know, I thought there was, now, you know, there's been a lot of talk. I mean, remember back in April, you know, our buddy with the Mr. O and Drone DJ also put out as well that mock-up of the Phantom 4 Pro with the interchangeable lens systems. JB Drones, you're right. They may hold off till next year. I don't know, because this, you know, what DJI is doing now. I don't know. I mean, they're saying it's the biggest one. So if they do come out at the end of the year, it's not big. I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm just talking out loud. I'm not sure about that. Yes, Bill, I think DJI is done for the year. They don't have enough time for the holidays to release more products. You're probably right, Steve. I don't think so either. You know, I think if we're going to see a Phantom 5, it may be a January type of a deal like they did with the Mavic Air. You know, as far as that's concerned. And you know, we did see it. You know, like I've always said, back from the sky, it's only 2 new drones. Yeah, I think actually technically it's going to be 3 if you include the Enterprise. But it's going to be the Mavic 2 Zoom, the Mavic 2 Pro, and the Mavic 2 Enterprise. If we get hyperlapse and course lock on a consumer level drone, hands down, DJI will hold the mark for the next 2 years. Travel with AP, you're right. I agree 100%. Nobody's going to be able to touch DJI with these kind of features. And for the price point, you know, let's, for sake of argument, and work with me here, guys, $1,200. Let's say, sake of argument, you know, that price point is $1,200 for the Pro. I mean, a $200 increase and be able to get that, that's insane. That is just absolutely, positively insane. In the comment section today, after we're done with the video, please leave me, and also I want you guys to email me any questions that you would have for me to ask some of the DJI associates. Let me know. I think that's kind of, I was thinking of a question of the day, and I think that would be probably about one of the best ones is, what do you guys, you know, what kind of questions would you want me to be able to ask? So go ahead and put those in the comments. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. You know, an unknown surprise. Don't be surprised if the Enterprise doesn't show up on stage as well. It probably will, Mel. I agree. You know, I firmly believe that. I think, like I said, you know, DJI always likes to throw, you know, a surprise out there or two all the time. I firmly believe that. And I think you're right. I think that may be the big surprise for this event, that they're going to do that. And, you know, that's going to help, you know, first responders and possibly law enforcement, utilities. Who knows the different type of applications that people could be able to, you know, what those drones could be used for. I mean, I think it's fantastic. One more drone for Christmas. I don't know, Mel. I don't know. You know, I don't. Yeah, I thought the Phantom 5. I really did. And they're saying this is their biggest announcement of the year. So, you know, I'm just shaking my head. I don't know. I would love to see it, Mel. I really would, because I get a bonus in my annual bonus. My Christmas bonus comes in November, and I'd be itching to get a Phantom 5 if that's the deal with that. So I don't know. Absolutely, positively do not know. Definitely going to buy one or wait for reviews. Yeah, I'm going to be definitely be getting one, Jeff Kahn. Definitely. If you're talking to me, I'm going to be trying to order one from the event. Guys, do you have any questions here for me? I'm wide open as far as questions are concerned. Will the Pro have the Sony sensor but the Hasselblad glass? I think it's going to have the Sony sensor and the Hasselblad glass, Ron. I think it's going to have both. You know, I think that whole camera is going to be Hasselblad as far as that's concerned. Camera that records like a cell phone where you can pause and start on the same clip. Ask them to do it. Yeah, that's a good question back from the sky. Thank you. Thomas, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You know, it's going to be, you know, that's why Tuesday night Rotor Talk Live is being canceled, because we're probably going to bed about 8 o'clock, because we got to get, I got to get up about 2 a.m. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's TJ, what they have in the works for the future. Yeah, Ken, that's one of the questions that I do want to pose, and I'm hopeful of being able to get around and meet some people, you know, from DJI and be able to talk to them and kind of get voice control. That's another good one, Ken. Thank you for that. Todd, no problem. Here in the desert, you have to get out early, bring on winter. Yeah, I hear you as far as some cooler temperatures. We're looking forward to that next week as far as that's concerned. Anybody else have any more questions for me? Bill was wondering about the power button. What did DJI do with the battery LEDs? How can we know the battery? That's Harry. That's a fantastic question. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that circle. Maybe it's like it goes in quarters, like halfway. You know, it's a quarter charge, 50%. You know, 3/4, and then all the way. That's just a guess off the top of my head. I don't know. You know, knowing that. That's a good question. Thank you for asking that. So if DJI will be getting roughly $1,500 this week. That's a good one, Steve. That's a real good one. Ron, thank you very much. We're looking forward to it. This is kind of our vacation for the year. So, and my wife's got a place scoped out to go to for one of our places. She's kind of dying to get there. So, that's for sure. I'm planning on trying to actually order mine from the event if that's possible. I had heard rumors that you could pick them up the event, but I don't think that's the case because I don't think that's happened before. You know, I think I haven't heard anything from anybody on that. So, looking for a drone network for jobs, you can recommend a few. Papa's Aerial. That's a good question. Yeah, before you guys leave, make sure you hit the like button. I know I got 53 of you guys watching me today. I would greatly appreciate that. And thank you all who contributed to Super Chat. You guys are fantastic. And for some of you who have contributed to the PayPal account as well, all this really means a lot to me. I can't thank you guys enough for that. You guys continue to help me to drive to put out great content for the show. That's why I do this. I do this for you guys. Todd, thank you so much. You guys are all fantastic, and we've been growing like crazy. I had almost 500 subscribers in the last month. That's crazy, and that's crazy good. And you know, it's better because it's better all the way around. And I want great content out there for you guys. Absolutely, positively. Try to have lunch at the Tavern on the Green near Central Park. Wife will enjoy that. Ron, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Alejandra, missed it today. Enjoy your holiday. We'll be waiting for your live chat. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Guys, thank you so much. I'm going to kind of wrap things up here. Going to try to do a mini packing today, just a little bit, get some things ready. Can't get actual clothes going until the other day because I'm going to need to do laundry. So, yes, Jan, DJI will be live streaming the event. It's at live.dji.com. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here, live.dji.com. That's where they'll be streaming drone shots. We will. Thank you guys so much. And we will be doing some live streams as much as possible. And I'm going to try to do at least one, if not more, inside the event. So be looking for those. Yes, Lon, that sounds like a great time. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Guys, make sure you hit that like button on the way out. I'd really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd really consider that you guys would do so. I think we have some great content we come out here. I know we have great viewers and great subscribers and enjoying another great channel here. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Dante, thank you for joining from Bolivia today. I appreciate all you guys. And this is why I do the Sunday afternoon one, to catch a lot of my international viewers and subscribers. So, and guys, enjoy the rest of your day. And if you guys don't forget, if you have a question that I'd like to ask somebody from DJI, put it in the comments section afterwards. I know some of you put it in this chat, which is great, but put it in the comments section afterwards. Thank you guys. Ron, thanks for joining. Appreciate everybody today. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and happy flying, guys.